Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks, 2 Friday night football games for you. You excited? You might as well be. You might as well piss off your honey tonight because you know tomorrow is the first Saturday of college football, and you're going to wind up saddled up at a bar with your boys all day watching the games, aren't you? What? You don't watch Saturday college football? Good, because they did a study, and it said if you don't watch college football on Saturdays, you're less likely to get heart disease. You know why? Because you'll die of ovarian cancer. You girl. Now man up and get ready to bet these two games. All right. First game, the Baylor Bears travel to Dallas where they're giving 35.5 to the SMU's Pony Regress. See what I did? A little? Look, let's face it. At this point, Baylor alum RG3 is doing more to fire up the people of Waco than David Koresh ever did. But let me tell you something. His alma mater is still one of the best offenses in football 3 years after RG3 left. And I'll tell you something else. While that statue of RG3 sits outside Baylor Stadium, just reminding people how quickly you can fall down the depth charts in the NFL, the new quarterback in Baylor is Seth Russell. And he is showing us how quickly he has risen up the ranks in Art Briles' offense. All right. And here are two more things you need to know, people. One, and by the way, if you don't know who Seth Russell is, don't worry. You will be hearing that name all season. Here are two things that you need to know and not worry about. One, you're saying, Gene, why am I going to lay so many points on a team that's on the road? Because they're not really on the road. They're playing in Dallas at SMU Stadium. But let me tell you something. Russell grew up 13 miles from there in Garland, Texas, playing football. And one more fact that you may want to know. Are you ready for this? They have 17 returning starters at Baylor that were all there last year for the opener in Waco against SMU when they pasted the Mustangs 45-0. And trust me, tonight they're going to follow the exact same script with one exception. The role last year that was played by Bryce Petty will be played by newcomer Seth Russell, and he will play amazingly. People, take the Baylor Bears and lay 3 dozen. There's a David Koresh joke there I could do, but I'm not going to. All right. And the other game, Boise State is laying 12 against Washington on the Smurf turf at Boise. Head coach Chris Peterson will be back on the field with the 22 players that he recruited for Boise State. But here's the thing. He's not on Boise State anymore. He's the head coach of Washington now. And you thought I could make some David Koresh instance jokes in the last bit, but I'm not going to. But I will point this out. The only difference is I think this time it's the 22 young men that are going to screw the man that recruited them. Look, let's face it. Boise plays amazingly at Albertson Stadium. That's the name of the stadium, but we call it Smurf Turf. They have won their last 14 games there. And not only that, this Midwestern Conference team loves bitch slapping the Pac-12. Ask the Beavers, ask the Ducks, but better yet, ask your bookie if you can lay about 100 large on Boise State and lay the dozen. Two favorites don't care. Those are Geno's picks. We got more tomorrow.